Picture this. It's 3 a.m. and you're dreaming about finally winning at Uno against your smug cousin, when BRRR, a siren straight out of a bad sci-fi movie, yanks you awake. It's not the ice cream truck or your neighbor's car alarm. It's a creepy, low hum that screams. Something's very wrong. Your phone's doing a tap dance on the nightstand, buzzing like it's possessed. You grab it, half expecting a spam text about car warranties. But instead, it's an emergency alert, DEFCON 1. Seek shelter now. DEFCON 1. That's the world's on fire level. You're not just groggy anymore, you're wide awake. Heart pounding. Wondering if you accidentally slept through the apocalypse. Then another alert hits. Multiple ICBM launches detected. Take cover. Your brain does a record scratch. ICBMs. Those are the big, scary missiles from action movies. Right, for a second, you're frozen. Picturing your dog eating your last bag of chips while the world ends. This isn't a drill or a Netflix thriller. It's happening here. Now. Probably on your cul-de-sac. You stumble out of bed, tripping over laundry, wondering if you have enough cereal to survive a war. Spoiler, you don't. You don't even know where the nearest shelter is. And your emergency plan is just a vague memory of watching a survival show while eating pizza. World War III just kicked off. So, what's the plan? Champ, before we dive into the How Not to Panic playbook, let's talk about why this isn't just a wild fever dream. The world's a bit of a mess. And not the fun kind like your uncle's BBQ. According to the International Institute for Strategic Studies 2025 Global Conflict Report, we're closer to global chaos than we've been since your grandma's stories about the Cold War. Take Russia. The Ukraine conflict, dragging on since 2022, is less quick skirmish and more never-ending reality show from hell. The U.S. Department of Defense's 2024 report says it's a brutal stalemate, with NATO tossing in billions and Russia firing back with spicy threats. Baltic countries like Estonia are seeing Russian jets buzz their airspace 30% more than last year. NATO Air Policing Report. The Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, says Russia's poking NATO like a kid testing a beehive, prepping its people for a long haul against the West. Then there's China, turning the South China Sea into their personal chessboard. Japan's 2025 defense white paper notes a 40% spike in Chinese jets buzzing Taiwan, plus naval exercises that scream, "We mean business." The U.S. has 60,000 troops parked in places like Japan and Guam, Pentagon report. One wrong move like a fighter jet playing bumper cars could light the fuse. Over in the Middle East, Iran and Israel are trading airstrikes like passive-aggressive neighbors. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, says Iran's missile stockpile is growing, and Israel's hit over 200 Iranian targets in 2024. Add U.S. bases in Iraq, and it's a recipe for a geopolitical burrito explosion. Don't sleep on North Korea either. They're lobbing missiles like it's a hobby, with an August 2025 test reaching intercontinental range, UN Security Council report. And then there's the cyber stuff. FireEye's 2025 cybersecurity report says state-backed hackers from Russia, China, and Iran are hitting U.S. and European power grids, hospitals, and banks like it's a digital piñata party. One coordinated hack could knock out your Wi-Fi before the tanks even roll. These aren't isolated drama episodes. They're a global soap opera where one bad actor could start the finale. That's why being ready isn't just for doomsday weirdos, it's for anyone who doesn't want to be caught Googling how to survive a war when the internet's down. This isn't about living in a tinfoil hat. It's about not being the guy who realizes too late that his emergency plan is hope for the best. If World War III kicks off tomorrow, your first 24 hours are make or break. You don't need to be Rambo. Just the person who doesn't freak out when the chips are down and not the potato kind. Let's ditch the denial and get real. History's full of it'll never happen moments that totally did. Preparedness is your ticket to staying calm when the world's losing its mind. So, what's World War III gonna look like? Spoiler, it's not your grandpa's war with tanks and trenches. Foreign Affairs. September 2025 says modern war is like a chaotic video game. Think cyber attacks, blackouts, and social media turning into a rumor factory. It starts with sneaky code, not cannons. Hackers could tank your bank account, shut off the power, or make your phone as useful as a brick. The U.S. National EMP Commission's 2024 report warns an electromagnetic pulse could fry every gadget in a region, sending you back to the 1800s, faster than you can say, "Where's my charger?" Satellites toast. GPS and internet could go bye-bye. CSIS Space Security Report. Liantianling Arshawu. Meanwhile, social media will be a dumpster fire of fake news, making you think aliens landed when it's just bots stirring the pot. Brookings Institute. Liantianling Arshawu. Forget mushroom clouds, early casualties come from life falling apart. Stores empty in hours. Gas stations dry up. Hospitals go dark. Water stops flowing. And the pizza delivery guy's not coming. The Red Cross says most people wouldn't last a week without these basics. This isn't about dodging bullets. It's about not starving when the grocery store's a zoo. War shows up as silence. No cell signal. No stocked shelves. No help. Your first move isn't building a bunker unless you've got one. You fancy prepper. It's getting your head in the game. Every disaster, from Hurricane Katrina to Ukraine's chaos, shows the same thing. Survivors aren't always the buffest or the ones with the fanciest gear. A 2023 Harvard study says the winners are the folks who don't lose their cool. Panic is like signing up to be the first one out in a horror movie. It shuts down your brain, making you freeze or do something dumb. Like running into traffic with a shopping cart. Train your noggin first. Being ready isn't about paranoia. It's about not being the guy who's still Googling fallout shelter near me when the power's out. You don't need a secret lair or a year's worth of canned beans, though props if you do. You just need to admit the world's not always a safe hug fest. History's littered with oops, didn't see that coming moments. When they hit, you want to be the one your family turns to, not the one crying over spilled milk or lack thereof. The mindset's simple: plan for the worst. But don't skip Taco Tuesday. Live your life. But keep a mental checklist that's ready to roll. Here's how to handle the first 24 hours if the world goes full action movie. Step 1. Figure out the danger zone. Don't spiral, stay chill. Ask, am I near a big city, military base, port, or power plant? FEMA's 2024 hazard report says these spots are 10 times more likely to get hit if you're in downtown LA or near Fort Bragg. You've got minutes to move. Rural folks, you're probably safer staying put than joining the highway mosh pit. Check FEMA's hazard maps. WW3. FEMA. Gov. Divided by hazard maps. WW3. FEMA. Gov divided by hazard maps to see if your backyard's a bullseye. Step 2. Grab water and food. Survival 101. You're toast without air for 3 minutes. Shelter for 3 hours in bad weather. Water for 3 days. Or food for 3 weeks. Water's your VIP. Fill every container: bathtubs, buckets, that fancy vase your aunt gave you. The CDC 2025 says 1 gallon per person per day. Got a Sawyer Mini or Life Straw? Get it ready. No filter. Boil it. Don't bet on tap water. Lasting city systems crash fast. For food, think calories, not gourmet. Rice, canned beans, peanut butter, protein bars, stuff that won't spoil. The Red Cross says aim for 2. 0 calories a day per person. Check your pantry now. 3 days worth is your starting line. Step 3. Get the real scoop. When the world's on fire, the internet's a liar. The Pew Research Center 2024 says 60% of crisis time social media is nonsense. Grab a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, your new best friend. Find your local NOAA weather radio frequency. WWW. Weather. Gov divided by NWR. WWW. Weather. Gov divided by NLWR. usually 162, 400 to 162, 550 megahertz in the U.S. Models like the Midland ER310 or Kaito KA500 under $50 on Amazon are solid. Read the manual now. Not when the sky's falling. Test it. Check the batteries. And don't be the guy who can't tune in. Step 4. Pack the essentials. Got a bug-out bag. High five. Grab it. No bag, don't sweat it. Throw together a quick kit. You need ID passport. Driver's license. Cash in small bills. ATMs will be paperweights. 30 days of meds. A flashlight. Batteries. A charged power bank. Basic hygiene stuff. And clothes that can handle a week in your car or a random basement. FEMA's kit checklist. WWW. Ready? Gov. Divided by kit. WWW. Ready? Gov divided by kit is your cheat sheet. Think stranded on a road trip. Not zombie apocalypse cosplay. Step 5. Make a plan with your crew. Talk to your family or roommates now, don't wait for the sirens. Pick a meetup spot if you're split up. Like a park or the library, because who's raiding books? Write down key phone numbers on paper. Phones die, and memories fail. The American Telecommunications Association 2024 says texts might work when calls don't. A GMRS radio $30 on Amazon or even a whistle can save the day. In the first 24 hours. Your job's not to be a hero, it's to stay calm. Stay informed. And not do anything dumb. Hasty moves get you in trouble. Smart ones keep you breathing. Here's what not to do. Don't sprint to the grocery store like it's Black Friday. Everyone's thinking the same. And shelves will be bare in hours. A 2023 Stanford study says store crowds can turn into fistfights or worse. Stay home. Secure water. Lock the doors. Don't trust social media for news, it's a rumor mill on steroids. Reuters. Lounshandling Arshar. Stick to radio or official channels. Don't brag about your stash. Desperate neighbors aren't your pals. And don't wait for a superhero rescue. Hurricane Katrina showed us emergency services get swamped fast. FEMA report. Lounshandling Lou. You're your own first responder. So, what can you do today without turning into a bunker building nut? Start small. Stock 3 days of food and water 9 meals. 3 gallons per person. Rice. Beans. Peanut butter. Bottled water cheap and done. Grab a radio. The Sangean MMR 88's under $50 and won't let you down. Write down phone numbers and stick them in your wallet. Build a basic bug-out bag with clothes. Meds. ID. Flashlight. Batteries. And a multi-tool Red Cross guide. www.redcross.org. Divided by Get Help. Keep your gas tank half full. Don't bet on gas stations when panic hits. Talk to your family. Not to scare them, but to make a just-in-case plan. Where's the meetup spot? Who's calling who? A little prep now beats total chaos later. Do one thing a week. And you're already ahead of most folks who think it'll never happen. Being ready isn't about fear, it's about knowing you've got this. Even if the world's throwing a tantrum. If this helped, share it and stick around for more tips on gear that's worth your cash. Staying sane under pressure. And handling crises without losing your cool. Preparedness is just you saying, "World, you can go crazy, but I'm still eating my cereal."